What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rashonology. I am your host, RJD here. And we have ourselves. I don't know about this one, y'all. I don't know about this one, but hit the like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. So we bringing people. We're bringing species back from the dead, y'all. This is awesome. I don't know about this one because there's some underlying stuff going on here that I don't know about this. So what? The Twilight Fox. Oh man, so apparently they have done some stuff to bring back dire wolves, but not quite dire wolves, but wolves that are dire. I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Stop it.
We're gonna hit buttons already because I don't know about this. Oh my god. All right, as you know, let's listen to the video. We have a video, we watched the video, we talk about the video, so let's talk about it. Let's see what we got going on with Mr. Direwolves. All right.
10,000 years. That's because the species is extinct, or was. Colossal Biosciences is a Dallas-based company that's using genetic engineering to de-extinct long-gone species. And this is the first time Colossal's dire wolf pups, who are now 6 months old, have been seen by the public.
All right, first things first, that's an L. Now, why would somebody want to bring back an extinct wolf? Why? That's the only question I have is why? Why would somebody want to do that? I mean, listen, they're extinct. Do I feel bad about it? Not really. I mean, wolves are great. Wolves need to, as long as they stay in the wild, don't come where I'm at. We're good. Separation of church and state, separation of animals and people. Let them do them in the wild, in the wilderness. Let us do us over here. But why are we bringing back anything that's extinct? Why are we doing that? When you bring back things that are extinct, you bring back the things that come with them, which could be diseases, which could be viruses, which could be anything. When you're messing with the genome and the DNA, they bring back other things too. Have we not seen Jurassic Park and Jurassic World? Have we not seen this? We've seen this movie a million times. So I don't know. Let's see what they got going on here.
Hey Ben, it's Jeff Kluger from Time Magazine. A pleasure to meet you. Tell me a little bit about what the goal is for de-extincting and rewilding ultimately. Why are you doing this?
It became abundantly clear that we need new tools and technologies for conservation. And so we thought this was a really cool way that we could create value, create impact, inspire people, and then also hopefully thoughtfully rewild some of these species, which apparently will also have ecological benefits to these different potential ecosystems.
To try
You thought it was a really cool idea? Why? Who told you that?
and do that, Colossal needed to understand dire wolves at a genetic level. The company has documented the process from the beginning and shared this footage with Time for a cover story. So can you tell me a little bit about what went into engineering the dire wolf?
We extracted DNA from 2 fossils that we knew from previous work had some amount of preserved ancient DNA. One was a
So we got DNA from fossils.
13,000-year-old bone, and the other was a 72,000-year-old bone, an inner ear bone. We were able to generate 2 genomes, 2 direwolf genome sequences from that, which we then compared to all the other wolves for which there's already been data generated.
Okay.
And when we do that, we want to figure out where it is that these 2 dire wolves are similar to each other, but different from the other wolves that are out there. And so we come up with this list of
Okay.
genes where they're distinct. Now, our goal in the dire wolf project, just like with all de-extinction projects, is to re-engineer the core traits, the core characteristics that made these extinct species unique and able to fill whatever role that they filled in their ecosystems when they were still alive.
Using this knowledge, Colossal...
This is creepy, y'all. I ain't going.
Nope.
Not touching this.
Nope.
This is creepy. Why are we bringing back dead animals? Are we moving from dead animals to bringing back people? Like what is the purpose of this? I don't understand And I heard there was talk of first of all, who's funding this? Because this costs money. That's one of my questions. How'd they get the money for this? How did they get? You have a bio lab somewhere. Okay, great. Somebody comes up with an idea. Hey, we found these direwolf bones. Let's see if we can recreate this animal. Why would anybody want to do that? I don't know, but okay. So you need money and funding to back that. So who's backing this? Who's funding this project? That's what I want to know. This is wild. And why are they funding this project? Are you moving from you starting with dire wolves and then in 25, 35, 40 years you're moving to people? Is this what we're doing? I don't know.
Then made 20 modifications to 14 genes in the DNA of common gray wolf cells. These relatively few tweaks to the genetic code produce some
So they tweaked the genetic code.
big differences. The direwolf's white coat, large size, characteristic vocalizations like that
And
howling
gray
bird at the
wolf
beginning of the
cells
story, and more.
make them
That DNA was
dire
transferred to
wolves.
denucleated egg cells, meaning cells without their own genetic material, and then developed into embryos and were then implanted in the wombs of surrogate mothers, who were hound mixed dogs.
We didn't know how big these embryos
What? This
would
is
grow, and we wanted to make
nuts.
sure that the surrogate was healthy. So we picked large dogs.
Romulus and Remus, named after the Roman mythological twin brothers who were raised by a wolf, were born on October 1st, 2024. And in January, they were joined by a younger sister that the Colossal team named Khaleesi. Each wolf is on track
They named the damn dog Khaleesi. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
to grow to as large as 6 feet long and 150 pounds. Colossal isn't planning to
They could grow to up to 6 feet long and 150 pounds. So if I lay down, they're gonna be as long as me. Jesus Christ.
reintroduce them to the wild. Instead, the 3 dire wolves will live out their lives on a fenced 2,000-acre preserve. Colossal does not want to disclose this location in order to protect the animals.
I think these are the luckiest animals ever. They will live their entire life on this protected ecological reserve where they have all sorts of.
He is also hoping to bring back the dodo and the Tasmanian tiger.
Look at all these things they're
If some
trying
of
to
this
bring
genetic
back.
tinkering feels familiar, it's because Hollywood has been here first. And spoiler alert, we all know that didn't end well. So naturally, bioethicists have some concerns.
When you're playing with nature, nature usually wins. Nature is much more
Exactly.
complicated than the ability
When you're playing with nature, nature usually wins. I couldn't have said it better myself.
of our brains to understand it. Genes do many things. There may be a lot of unintended consequences. Let's say we alter a gene to make extra hair or to make it burn metabolism more, burn fat more. Those genes may do other things in ways that we just don't even understand. So we may create animals that have lots of medical problems. If we start tinkering with genes, we may create a super mouse, a super rat that kills all the other animals around.
But the team at Colossal says their mission to restore extinct species is also about stopping the disappearance of endangered ones today, as experts predict Earth will lose 30% of its genetic diversity by 2050. Colossal has used techniques learned from the Direwolf project to clone 4 red wolves, a small but important step in fortifying that endangered species. The 4 new wolves could help inject fresh DNA into the red wolf gene pool, which currently suffers from a so-called genetic bottleneck.
Opportunity to see what our big brains can do to reverse some of the bad things.
It's where species now live that are going to be under threat. So, and there's not enough money to help with conservation efforts.
Jesus Christ. All right. So, yeah, the whole playing God thing, I'm not sure if I want to be tinkering with nature. Nature has a way, like the guy said, nature has a way of always winning. When you start messing with something over here, you can't just think because you're messing with this over here that there's not going to be a reaction over here. You got cause and effect. Like I said, we've seen Jurassic Park 100 million times. We've seen this movie before. When humans start tinkering with stuff and start playing with stuff and cloning animals and all this other stuff, this could get real dangerous real quick. And they don't want to disclose certain things for safety of the animals. Listen, there's a lot of things going on. I don't know if this is something we should be doing. Just saying. But that's all I got for y'all. People, be careful, y'all.